Jake.
Welcome to 2 Cents Boxing, where we talk everything boxing. Make sure to punch that like and subscribe button. Seriously, hit it like it owes you money. Want to go the extra mile? Drop a super chat or donate to the Cash App, because who doesn't love supporting quality content? Catch me live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. and Sunday at 5 p.m. See you there.
Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Jake, and this is our 2 cents, where we talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. In today's video, we will be talking about Gervonta Tank Davis versus Jake Paul. But before we do that, make sure you punch that like and subscribe button, and make sure you let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as I go throughout the video. So recently, somebody, I think it was maybe Dan Rayfield, came out and said that something along the lines, and I'm paraphrasing, that Gervonta Tank Davis was in talks to make a fight with Jake Paul, but he don't know if it could happen and all this other stuff. And people started saying, oh, it's confirmed Tank Davis was gonna fight Jake Paul next, and this and that, and all this other stuff, right? And so then you have people running around, oh, Tank is weak, Tank is this, Tank is that, he was gonna try to fight Jake Paul next, oh no, woo woo woo. And I don't think what people realizing is, y'all been talking about everything but the fact that he had a close, tough fight, and he's immediately taking the rematch. So instead of focus on the rematch and, let's talk about the fight, things he can do different. And listen, I'm not telling nobody what to talk about on their channel. You run your channel however you want to. I'm just giving my 2 cents, right? Instead of talking about what he gonna do different and how the fight could be different and they looking forward to it and blah, 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 they're talking about how Tank was going to fight Jake Paul. And people actually got upset and were feeling some type of way and calling Tank all kind of names and saying they wasn't fans of Tank no more. And I'm like, wow. How can you respond like this to something that didn't even happen? He's not fighting Jake Paul, right? He's not. He's going into the immediate rematch with Roach. So instead of being like, oh, he was talking about Jake Paul, well, he ain't fighting Jake Paul. He going into the immediate rematch with Roach. People are upset about it and are turning against Tank Davis. And I think that that's crazy that these people sit on the internet and really try to convince you to not like Tank Davis. See, if you don't like a fighter or you don't like somebody, you just not gonna like them. Nobody has to convince you that you don't like them. Just like they sat on this internet for 5 months and tried to convince you that nobody wanted to see the Tank Roach fight when that obviously wasn't true. It absolutely was false. It absolutely wasn't the truth. And I'm going to go as far as to say it was a complete, utter lie that nobody wanted to see the fight. They tried to convince you that you didn't want to see the fight, only to turn around and watch the fight anyway, and then criticize Tank for getting a draw. I literally had somebody on my live trying to convince me that Devin Haney has more heart than Tank because he got dropped 5 times in a fight. What? This is the logic and the reasoning that y'all are using, to the point where some of y'all are looking ridiculous. And for lack of a better word, y'all just look dumb. And I'm respectfully. And so instead of talking about the rematch, we talking about Tank Davis. It's like this smear campaign people are running to try to get Tank Davis fans to turn against them, as if he fight Jake Paul next and I'm a Tank Davis fan, I'm gonna be like, oh, I ain't a fan of him no more, he fighting Jake Paul. I don't care if Tank fights Jake Paul. Do I want him to fight Jake Paul? No, I'd rather him fight a regular fight. I don't want any of them real fighters fooling with Jake Paul. But it's business, it's money. He, quote unquote, getting the bag. Any other time, any of y'all favorite fighters do anything and they quote unquote get in the bag, it doesn't matter who they fighting, where they fighting, why they fighting. None of that matters as long as they get in the bag. But you want Gervonta Tank Davis fans to turn against him because he's getting a bag? It's a lot of hypocrisy going on in these YouTube streets, and I'm just here to bring it to light and to y'all's attention. First of all, Jake Paul is 200 and something pounds. Gervonta Tank Davis is 135 pounds. The fight don't even make sense. First of all, exhibition or not, it don't even make sense. Now, could they do an exhibition? Yeah, they could do an exhibition. Just like when Oscar De La Hoya fought Shaq. It was an exhibition fight. It was just for fun, shits and giggles, woo woo woo. They wasn't in there fighting for real. It wasn't none of that. So I would imagine it would be one of those type of situations. Why are y'all upset about it? Why should I no longer be a Tank fan because he's doing an exhibition fight with Jake Paul? If anything, that's going to blow Tank up even more. It's good business. It's good business, y'all. And that's my problem that I have with a lot of these people in the YouTube streets. Y'all keep running around saying, well, I don't care about the business. I don't care what they making. I ain't pocket watching. It's not about that. It's about understanding the business so you can understand what's going on. So you won't be running around all emotional, bitching and crying. Which is exactly what y'all doing right now. Are there fighters I would like to see Tank Davis fight? Sure. Do I want to see him fight Shakur? Sure. Would I like to see him fight Devin Haney? Sure. Of course, I want to see him fight him. But I'm not going to sit on the internet and cry because he's not fighting him. I don't understand why y'all do that. Y'all want Tank to fight specific people. And if he don't do that, y'all going to try to destroy him. And even if he fight those people, y'all still going to try to destroy him for real. And they say, Tank fans don't hold him accountable. First of all, I don't know Tank to hold him accountable. So let's get that clear. I don't know Tank to hold him accountable. All I do is sit on this internet and give my 2 cents about things I hear and see in the YouTube streets. I'm not here to hold none of these fighters, quote unquote, accountable. Tank clearly has told you all his goals in boxing. And I keep telling y'all, stop trying to hold these fighters to expectations that's not their goals. Don't do that. Because y'all gonna keep complaining and then saying he don't care about the fans when it's not the fans he don't care about. It's the fans that don't care about what he said. Y'all not caring about what he said. He told y'all what he was here to do and why he was here and what his goals were. And he got here and he did exactly that. And then y'all flip around and say, because he not doing what y'all want him to do, he don't care about the fans. No. The fans don't care about what he said that his goals were. So if y'all haven't really noticed and recognized and checked at this point, it's clearly an orchestrated, coordinated smear campaign going on against Gervonta Tank Davis. And then they say, oh no, they do that with all the fighters. No, they don't do this with all the fighters, y'all. The only reason why y'all not recognizing this is because y'all are part of the smear campaign. Yeah, I hate to break it to y'all, but y'all are a part of the smear campaign. And that's your 2 cents. That's your prerogative. You want to be smart, part of the smear campaign, whatever. But we running around here. Y'all running around here talking about, oh, Tank was about to fight Jake Paul. When he's not fighting Jake Paul. So you want to get people riled up and upset about something that's not even happening. That's manipulation at its finest, y'all. Y'all don't see that? Or am I tripping? Let me know and drop below if you think I'm tripping. Tank Davis is going into the rematch with Roach. Nobody confirmed anything about him fighting Jake Paul. If he is to fight Jake Paul, it's obviously an exhibition event. It's not going to be no real fight. It's going to be some Oscar De La Hoya, Shaquille O'Neal type stuff. It's just one of them. Plenty of boxers do that. Plenty of fighters do that. So why I don't understand these special Tank rules and Tank standards y'all got going on. But let me know what you think by dropping your 2 cents below in the comments. Follow me on IG at 2 Cents Boxing. Follow me on X at 2 Cents 20. I'm Jay, and stay tuned for my 2 cents in the next video.